Jordan Peele's fourth feature is apparently not coming out next year? What the heck is up with this? Let's talk a little bit about it. All right, everybody, welcome to the second page. Really appreciate you for stopping by. Let's talk a little bit about Jordan Peele's fourth movie, which has reportedly moved away from its Christmas of 2024 release date. As you guys may have remembered on my main page, I was hyping this up, saying this is going to be horror's Barbenheimer next year, but that has officially been shot down. A lot of this is because Robert Eggers' new Nosferatu movie moved to that spot as well, so I'm assuming they don't want competition. That's most likely why this is happening. Something like Barbie and Oppenheimer, it makes sense for these two movies to come out on the same day. Not really, but at the same time, they're not opposing fandoms coming together that are like, oh, well, now I don't know which movie to see. I got to pick one. And I think that's the idea behind this, why they're opting to move this. It'll most likely come out in 2025, or maybe even earlier into 2024, depending on what Jordan Peele's schedule is looking like for this movie. But let's read a little bit more about this. Now, we don't have any details, nothing about Jordan Peele's fourth feature. All we know is that it's coming from Universal. Jordan Peele's probably going to write and direct it, but we don't even have a title. Just like with Nope, we didn't get that until the first poster came out, and then there was still a lot of mystery around it. These movies are my favorite to talk about, though, because there's so much to speculate. I mean, my speculation for Nope when that trailer the poster specifically dropped was so different from what that movie ended up being. It was great. I loved it. I loved being able to talk about these things and stew in the mystery before we get all the answers. But Universal Pictures will not be releasing Jordan Peele's fourth movie on December 25th of next year anymore, and it's being reported recently, I'm a little late to this news, I'm not gonna lie, that Universal has bumped the movie off their release calendar. At this time, the film is without a release date. Stay tuned for more information. So what's really funny is the one thing we knew about it was the release date. And now we don't even have that. We got zero. We got zilch on Jordan Peele's next movie. Hell, we don't even know if it's going to be a horror movie or not, which honestly, kind of scary. Not super happy about that, but at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if he decided to exit the realm of horror to do something else. I mean, let's think about Nope for a second. This is definitely his least horror movie. It has scary elements for sure, don't get me wrong, but so does Jaws. And Jaws, I feel like, more fits into the blockbuster category, even though it's undeniable that horror is a big element to it, of course. But Nope felt more like that blockbuster horror feel to it, which might be a sign that he's getting away from the more obscure, like, indie horror of like Us and Get Out, and he's trying to get into like some crazier, more in-your-face stuff that's like a little more for everybody, where those are maybe a little more niche. I mean, I think everyone knows what Get Out is at this point. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying in terms of like what your audience is. Like a bizarre horror movie that doesn't play into familiar tropes is not for the general audience 9 times out of 10. As I was talking about earlier, Robert Eggers' remake of Nosferatu just recently claimed that date, which is why I was hyped about like, oh, double feature, dude, Peele-Ferratu. And like now they're not doing that. Which, once again, I get, but I think this would have been a really fun double feature. I also, to add to this conversation, I also feel like Jordan Peele and Robert Eggers are both people who, they don't want you to come to their movie for a special event. I think Christopher Nolan is the same way, but he didn't really mind. I mean, he definitely wasn't as vocal about the whole Barbenheimer thing as the Barbie cast was. They were hyped. They were like, yeah, let's do it. Do the double feature. Run it back. But I think Robert Eggers and Jordan Peele, they want you to show up to these movies for the art. You know what I mean? They don't want it to be some big social media event. They don't care about that. They just want you to show up because it's an art form. Oh, you got to come check out our movies. They're immaculate and amazing. So original. Even though Nosferatu is a remake of something that already exists. Don't worry about it. It's fine. This Bloody Disgusting article also talks about that it's possible that this year's SAG-AFTRA and WGA strikes may have impacted plans for Jordan Peele's return to the big screen, but that's purely speculation at this point in time. Purely speculation, but pretty good reason. I mean, I'm not even going to lie, even down to my little channel, which my main page is like 21,000 subscribers. This page you're watching right now, 2,000. Thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate you guys. I mean, I was affected by the strike. I mean, Jesus, I didn't get like barely any new subscribers over the summer because of the strike. So I mean, if it affected my little page, it's definitely affecting the big productions way more than it's affecting me. So this is something that everybody in the film world got hit by this year. I was just looking at my analytics like for the year, like how I did versus last year, and not too shabby. I did okay, but not as bad as I thought I did. But my subscriber count was like about the same as last year, and that's not good. You want to always be moving up. But I got like about the same amount of subscribers, and I'm like, I need to fix that for next year. You don't care though. You care about Jordan Peele's fourth movie. Of course, Jordan Peele won an Oscar with Get Out back in 2017. He should have with Us and Nope, but didn't, which sucks. And I'm excited to see what he does next. I really hope it's in the horror space, like I was talking about earlier. I really hope it is a horror movie. But if it's not, I'm also okay with that. The guy has made 3 excellent horror movies, in my opinion, and whatever he does next, I hope it's just something original, just like these last 3 movies. Like, I feel like I have never seen a movie like Get Out before. I've never seen a movie like Us before. I've never seen a movie like Nope before. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, whatever that ends up being in his 4th feature, I'm here for it. Universal signed a contract with him a little while ago where they basically insured like 3 movies from him, Nope being the first one of those. Us, of course, was a huge hit with Universal as well. Get Out comes from one of their subsidiaries, Blumhouse. So, like, it makes no surprise that they signed this big contract with the guy. But Nope was the first of that deal. We should get at least 2 more Peele Universal collaborations here in the future. I'm so excited for him. I cannot wait. But what do you guys think about Jordan Peele's 4th feature? Are you scared about the release date moving? Me personally, no. I'm excited that they're taking more time to work out all the bugs, figure this out, if that is the case behind the scenes. I don't think it's a bad thing to be spending more time on a movie, unless you're the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, which just kept bouncing from studio to studio because Scott Cawthon is a picky fuck. But Jordan Peele, also pretty particular, which is not a bad thing. In the case of Five Nights at Freddy's, it is. But in this case, I'm okay with it. I think Jordan Peele knows what he's doing. If he's got to take a little more time with his next feature, that is all good. I will wait if it means a better product. I can have that kind of patience. Even though, trust me, I want to see like 5 more Jordan Peele movies right fucking now. But I think it's the wait that makes us appreciate some of these movies, right? Like if we don't have that wait, if we don't have that wall of time between one thing or the other, we're just gonna get sick of it. I would rather wait for a really solid Jordan Peele 4th entry that stands up to his other 3 movies versus just getting something as fast as possible next year. Which, you know, like once again, I'd love it. I would love it today. I would love it tomorrow. I would love it the day before tomorrow. But we're going to get it probably in 2025 is my guess, which is why it's no longer on the 2024 release schedule, most likely early, maybe even spring or summer of 2025, depending on, you know, what the movie's about. Maybe it is a Christmas horror movie. A lot of people have speculated that as well. Maybe that's why we won't get it until like late 2025 in that case. And that's a 2-year wait from where we're sitting right now. That sucks. But once again, I can't stress this enough. I'm willing to wait, depending on what it is. I really don't think it's going to be a Christmas horror movie. A lot of people think that, but Nosferatu's releasing on Christmas. That's not a Christmas horror movie. You know, it's just a big release. That we doesn't necessarily mean it's got to be Christmas themed just because it comes out on Christmas. So whatever ends up happening with it, I'm excited for it. Please leave me something in the comments below about what you think about Jordan Peele's next feature. Are you excited for it? Is it going to be a horror movie? Is it going to be Christmas themed? What do you think? Leave me something about it in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching this on my second page. Make sure to subscribe to this page. Make sure to subscribe to the main page, KillJoy Jake, KillJoy Jake 2, and my other page, Jake Tyler, which I'm going to do something fun with in the new year. So go check it out. Go subscribe. Get us to 2K over there as well. Thank you all again for watching, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.